my loves, welcome to Tarot and Ink. I've been wanting to do this reading for a while now, so we're going to be looking at your love life relationships, but categorized down into your horoscope. So we'll be looking at things like, what's going on in love, what's coming in, what's leaving, all that kind of stuff. I am an intuitive reader, so I'm just going to tune in with the energy of whatever horoscope you have and then pull through. So it may be a confirmation because I have, loads of slips in here with like languages and places and occupation and like descriptions, all sorts are in here. You can see. So I'll be pulling that. I'll be pulling names or letters out of here, and hopefully we'll be able to make some names. You can ignore this. This is my cup of tea because I'm going to lose my voice at some point. And and I've also got a yes or no little spinny spin coin as well. So you can ask a question at the end of it, and I should hopefully get a good spin out of this. But yeah, I use the Thoth Tarot deck, which is called the Mirror to the Soul. It is known within the tarot community as being particularly accurate. we'll go with that. Brutal is another word. It is very like being punched in the face with tarot. With that, and then I have a much nicer and much gentler, the kind of love fairy oracle as well. I say gentler. I find some of these a bit harsh, really. But that's what we're going to do in this reading. So this is obviously the introduction. Please go to whichever horoscope works for you. I would just, as a basis, always go with your rising sign because it is the most accurate to what you are. So as an example, I am a Taurus because I'm born in May. I'm a very stereotypical Taurus in every sense of the word, but my rising is Gemini. So, and the rising is, what's ruled predominantly. For me, it would be Gemini and Mercury. So it's thinking and communication and being analytical and seeing things that others don't and stuff like that. That's me in a nutshell, more so than like Taurus. And obviously you have your moon. If you don't know your top 3 horoscopes, go through, there's loads of like websites that do like a free chart thing with it. I use Chani. So there's the Chani app, and Chani in general is just absolutely incredible. And this is not a plug, I don't know her, I'm just saying what I use. But yeah, the Chani app is the best thing I've ever found. And I've been doing this a long time. So I've been doing this. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Yeah, I've been reading tarot, and I've been doing this for almost 30 years. I've been doing tarot professionally for almost 20. And that's on the phones, in person, with family and friends, at events, you name it. So even though I'm quite new to YouTube, I'm not new to this. And love readings are my specialty, along with transitions as well. That's the other thing I'm good. But thank you for listening to the introduction. Please go through and find your horoscopes. And yeah, I really recommend listening, finding out what your rising sign is and listening to that one, because that will tend to be more accurate. Thank you. Oh, and please like and subscribe. It really helps me out as a new YouTuber, so I can keep making these. And everything is for entertainment purposes only. Have fun with it. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. We're channeling in the collective as well. Sorry, that's because it's like Aries season. I'm wanting to be like, let's get into this. But that's what I'm going to do now. So yeah, thank you. Please find your horoscope in the timestamps. Hello. I appreciate this is a bit random. I am using a filter so that I can remain anonymous. But you may have noticed that in the introduction I said there will be timestamps for your sign. There are no timestamps. I have uploaded every single sign separately. So there are 12.
I can't count. There are 12 videos, each with different signs. So Aries, you have your own. Taurus, you have your own. Yada, 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 yada. With anything else, I promise you I am a very serious tarot reader. I know what I'm doing. It's all good. But yeah, I didn't anticipate how big one massive video would be. And my phone cried. So it is what it is. But yeah, on to your reading. Please enjoy. Thank you so much.
Hello, my lovely Aquarius. Thank you for joining. So this is very exciting. You're one of the signs that I always look forward to readings for. So in this reading, we're going to be using the Thoth Tarot deck. We are going to be using the Scrabble initials, or Scrabble pieces, I should say, to get initials and also to kind of spell out words. I've also got my little bag of tricks, which is all sorts of things in here. It's everything from places to time frames to things that I can't pick up. Come on, there we go. So like remote work, you know, your significant other could be somebody who works remotely. And then we have the coin at the end, which is like the yes no coin. So think of a question and we'll flip that at the end. Like I said at the very beginning in the introduction, I am an intuitive reader, so I'm never quite sure what's going to come up. So we're just going to tune into the sign of Aquarius and get going. So get comfy. Some of you need a hot drink. Some of you don't like hot drinks. But I'm already wanting to tell you that Aries season is kind of kicking your butt a bit. You're not the only one. Like pretty much the rest of like everyone is kind of feeling it, apart from the odd signs. Yeah, and I want to tell you already just to kind of slow down a bit, Aquarius. You know, you're a sign that has a lot of patience, that tends to tolerate a lot of stuff, especially from people you love. And you're almost feeling I want to like scratch. I want to be like, it's not bitty, it's like an itchy, like an unsettledness as well. Capricorn's very much like that at the minute. I want to say the word pie to you, and it's not just I'm getting this idea of pie. I feel like that's somebody's code word to be like, oh, this is my sign, and possibly a nickname for someone. We want to go here. Aquarius. And I had this song in my head earlier and I forgot about it when I was channeling the other signs, and it's come back again. And it's that nostalgic, I cannot remember the lyrics, but it's like, da 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 in America, whoa. I'm not singing it properly. That one. We're very reflective. We're very itchy. Aren't we, Aquarius? Yes. Very, very, very reflective. Aquarius? Yes. I had a moment there. I was like getting confused. I'm super dyslexic, so I will muddle things up. Aquarius. Oh, ouchie, 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 ouchie. Okay. Ending on a high note. I don't want to pour from the bottom of the deck for you. Let me just take a sip of my coffee. I feel like some of you would love this. So it's Edna Mode from The Incredibles, and it says, I never look back, darling. It distracts me from the now. And that is exactly what you're doing. You are looking back. I feel like this tower moment, and I feel like the ruin, the kind of heartbreak, has a lot more to do with the past. I feel like Aries season, Aquarius, has got you really kind of looking back and going, did I make the right decisions? You know, it's like, what if? Yeah, I've got the what if guy from Marvel's Avengers thing in my head. It's not Avengers, but you know, the what if guy. I've got him on my head. And it's like, ponder the question, what if? And it's that. It's that kind of vibe. Because this feels very much in the past. Some of you have been through a real nasty kind of breakup. Some of it's also friendships. Like friendships hurt as well. It's not just love. You are one of those signs, unfortunately, Aquarius, where things tend to mirror. So what happens in your daily life, what's happening in your career, mirrors in your love life. and it doesn't have to be an exact mirror, but it will either be an exact mirror or it will be the complete opposite. It's like that kind of thing. As a Gemini rising, Geminis don't tend to have that. It tends to, I mean, it will sometimes be the opposite, but it tends to be just like a completely different path. Whereas you guys, things very much yin and yang interweave with it. Yeah, you're not always spinning different plates. It's almost like, I always use this analogy, but you have someone spinning plates. It's almost like your sign, you're just stacking the plates on top of each other and then trying to spin them and then being like, oh, this is really heavy. This is so much to carry. And it's like, well, yeah. Because you stacked all your plates on top of you and now you're just underneath a pile of plates. Plates obviously as a metaphor. Hopefully you know that metaphor. But I do feel like you are bringing things into completion, or at least trying to bring things into completion. This again is another Aries. Can you see? So we got Aries, more horns, rams, and Aries. More horns, rams, and Aries. And then we've got the past kind of thing. It's almost like I want to do this section here and this section here. So you've used a lot of your strength. If I can pick these cards up, you've used a lot of your strength in order to get over this tower moment. I feel like for some of you it was a collection of tower moments. It was literally like the universe went boom, 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 and just excuse me, upheaved. Because I feel like some of you are the people falling out of this and being like, nothing's going right. I don't feel like, yeah, I feel like some of you are the people that are falling out, and some of you are the actual tower that's crumbling. You've taken so much, but now you're different. Some of you, I want to say, you're looking for love. I'm going to say this with love, as somebody who has been through this and gone through this. You're looking for love after going through a very deep bereavement. There was a point where, and I'm going to give you an example just to show I'm relate, but also this is what's coming into my head. There was a point where I didn't think I'd got over the passing of my dad, but there was a point where I thought, okay, maybe I could start to date again and open up, and it was too early. I was still grieving, I was still transitioning, I was still moving through things, and I think that for some of you, I'm getting the same vibe because I'm getting the same images in my head of that. And there was a point where I had to be like, no, I'm not ready. And then I became ready later on, but it took some time. And I feel like some of you you're dealing with your grief, but you're also kind of parking it to the side a little bit while you try and look for love. And I feel like some of you are just you're not quite ready. Yeah, I'm feeling a lot more singles in this group than couples. I do feel like couples, this is also a moment of really seeing your partner. I'm getting this very specific idea of where, you and your partner, say you don't get on with your mother-in-law, your father-in-law, or whoever else, a family member. I'm getting for some it's an uncle, and you really want your partner to back you up in a situation and they don't. And I feel like for some of you it's kind of not the last straw, but you kind of, there's this frustrated huff that I want to do, like, oh, for God's sake, it's that kind of feeling, and working out how you move on kind of from that. This is obviously a collective reading, take what resonates. That could ripple into people that you're in a complicated relationship with, where you're like, I just want them to pick me, and I'm going to tell you that they don't, and I'm really sorry for that. Yeah, and I feel like for some of you, you already know that because you've been through the heartbreak there. And you are incredibly strong as a sign. You're very resilient, very, very tolerant. I said that, very intelligent. Sometimes you try and you're almost too intelligent. You kind of try and use your own mental ability to work out and analyze love and feelings and emotions. And it doesn't always quite work like that. Sometimes you really do just have to feel. You can't always articulate grief, for example. There are certain words that just don't, or certain sentences, or the language in general just doesn't really, like, I'm really struggling for words but it's like it doesn't really articulate the extent of your bereavement or how you're feeling or your grief. Or I'm feeling myself wanting to cry, so I can see this is really resonant with somebody. Yeah, and I want to tell you to stop doing that when it comes to love, when it comes to relationship, particularly in Aries season. Feel your feelings, because there's going to be a lot as well. But for the most part, you're going to be fine, and you will find love. You will continue to grow in your relationship. You will, yeah, like, you are very much a sign that is loved and loves to love as well. But you are also one of those signs that you don't always trust easily, and you don't tend to let people in. But I want to say, yes, you're very particular about people, and I want to say, like, sometimes bring those walls down a bit and be vulnerable. I know some of you are going to hate to hear that, but when you're vulnerable, it allows others to meet you halfway and be vulnerable too. You have a really good instinct as a sign to know who is worth being vulnerable with. Um, and nobody can do anything with that vulnerability or that, and if they throw something back in your face, it says everything about them and nothing about you. Does that make sense? Yeah. Really looking at the kind of past, looking at the ground, looking at the future, that yin and yang that I talked about, that balance of everything rippling through different parts of your life, how the ram is looking forward. The horns in these cards amount to wisdom and knowledge, and you are a sign that's very wise, you're very resourceful, you're very, I want to say, innovative as well, and you can see the staffs are pointing in different ways. So this one points down or pulls from the ground and shoots into the heaven as they're reflecting back. And this one, as we're reflecting kind of present and forward, is shooting down to the ground but connects to the heaven. So that's instance is telling me you are spending more time looking back than you are looking forward. And I feel like for some of you it's scary because you like control and you like to know what's coming. And you are a sign that tends to shake things up a little bit. And I want to tell you, just look forward. Yeah. Pull on that thread of joy. Hello. And look forward. So that is your advice. That kind of flew out. Yeah. I feel like some of you, when it comes to this breakup, and can I put it? There we go. This breakup and this kind of separation and these issues, these tower moments, have a lot to do with financial issues as well. And yeah, I feel like you are one of those signs that you tend to thrive and lean more, and you're more comfortable in your finances and your career than you are in your kind of love life. And I also want to say, the heart-to-heart conversation is about having a heart-to-heart conversation with yourself. Honestly, discuss your feelings with each other, and that goes, where I was saying about being vulnerable. When you're vulnerable, people will meet your vulnerability, and if they don't, one, they don't have any power over you, and two, it's also the fact of it says everything about them and nothing about you. And it's kind of a really good way of getting rid of people that don't serve you and don't serve your purpose and your life as well. I was going to say something else and I have completely forgotten. What was I going to say? No, I think that's gone. Heart-to-heart conversation. No, that's gone. So that's fine. That is your... Is that... No, it will come back if it needs to come back. That is your advice. I hope that helped. I hope that resonated as well. We're going to pull out some initials. I'll turn these around. Okay, this is going to be a little loud. Sorry. Oh my god. Good chunk there. Just that one. Okay, give me a second to turn these around. I'm already seeing the word surprise and super and ouch. So, if you have come this far, thank you. Oh, look, mouse. Thank you so much for... Oh, we got pig. thank you so much for I will get my words out. I feel really flustered with you. Yeah, I feel really flustered. But yeah, thank you so much for watching so far. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I can keep making some more. It's always really good. I'm just going to say one other thing. It's like I can't talk quick enough, but then I can't find the right words to express. It's like a lot of you are ready to talk. A lot of you are ready to like confront your ex. A lot of you, or not necessarily confront your ex. That's what I was going to say earlier. Sorry, that was a bit loud. You don't necessarily need closure. You know, closure is for you, not for the other person. And closure can look like in the form of, you know, I'm seeing some of you writing a letter and setting that on fire. You don't necessarily need it. Closure is sometimes a little bit overrated. It is very much about what your needs are and what you want and how you want to be heard as well. So my point is, make closure something for you. You don't have to confront someone and have an argument of this, that, and the other. I feel like some of you are just absolutely exhausted. You know, closure can literally be you moving on and elevating. You know, if finances were an issue, you getting your finances sorted. You don't need to prove anything to anyone, if that makes sense. That's what I was going to say. Right, couple of things. So I see mouse. That's somebody's nickname. Moose. I'm seeing a car. That can be short for like a Carol or some kind of other name. There's Susie, Sue and Susie, Raymond, Ram. I'm seeing pig and gap. I feel like some of you have come out from, and I'm really sorry for this, coming out from situations or relationships or whichever else, and you're also breaking away from bullying. Some of you have like a mental bullying kind of thing going on that you're trying to change. I can see somebody like in my mind's eye in front of a mirror just being like, I love myself, I am worthy, I am great, da da da. As well, I'm seeing Fionn, Finn and Fionn, Fiona, which makes me think of Shrek, and also a family member. Zara. Somebody's really. I'm hearing Eminem. Oh, what song is it? It's like da 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 na na da na 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 da na 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 na. It's like that song. It's like early Eminem. The really good stuff. I'm seeing slow. I'm seeing stop, go. Some of you are in a on-off situationship. Some of you are going to be traveling soon because that Zara also makes me think of like Zara and Mango in places like Spain as well. Pip. Like I said, I am super dyslexic, so you guys are going to see something that I won't see. Please put it down in the comments because it helps all of us. It helps me, it helps everyone else. Yeah, because you'll see stuff that I won't. So yeah, just help each other out as well. I said Raymond. I'm like seeing Raymond. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. I might see something again in a second. That's happened a few times where I've got to the end and been like, oh, it's this word. Sometimes my dyslexia takes a minute, or rather, it needs a minute. Mm-hmm. 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 Right, we want this. Da, 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 da. So, Aquarius. We want. That's it. So, take these how they resonate. Social media. Some of you need a break from social media. Some of you are thinking about cultivating on social media in terms of your career or going on TikTok or expressing your feelings or being vulnerable on social media, which is absolutely terrifying, but that's what we like to do. And it allows people to connect. Some of you are going to be meeting or networking on social media, meeting people that you can be inspired from. You know, some of you are doing some social media stalking. I want to tell you to please stop. It just saps your energy straight out. You don't need to be doing that. Vienna, Austria could be, you know, a place you always want to go. It could be, you know, where your significant other has lived. In the future, take it how it resonates. We've got Dubai. Somebody had Dubai earlier. Tattoos. So somebody, you or somebody else, has got a lot of tattoos or a few tattoos. Birthmark. So this could be your significant other. This could be confirmation for yourself. Again, take how it resonates. So birthmark or beauty spot. You want to Pakistan. Resting bitch face. I feel like that's very stereotypical Aquarius, as well. It's very Gemini, so I feel like I can say that. But it could also be, you know, your significant other. Self-employed. I'm gonna put that under social media. Denmark. A wish fulfilled. You are definitely a wish fulfilled for somebody. Chenny. Somebody could have dreadlocks or locks. You can have Buenos Aires, Santiago. Someone works or wants to work or is really interested in fashion and textiles. Spring. So later on in spring, things will start to turn around for you. We've got, oh, if I can grab these, Indonesia, Malay, Belgium. That could be somebody's name. Somebody's a life coach or wanting to look at life coaching. That could be your social media thing. You want me to take up a social media career as a life coach. Italian. We have writing, publishing. Somebody wants to write a book, get into writing, publishing, police, law enforcement. Auto, transport. I can't remember why I wrote this. Oh, it's a job. Somebody could be in the auto industry in transport. There we go. Somebody is veggie or plant-based. So again, could be your significant other. This could be if it's, you know, a friend, maybe that friend introduces you to your significant other. It could be you. Maybe you're wanting to go veggie and plant-based. And this is your sign for it. I'm also getting Venezuela. It's coming in, and there's another name. It's like a sure. No, not a Chevy. It's another name. It's kind of like I want to go sure. As a kind of name. Is it Korean? Is it South Korean? I don't know. Yeah, girlfriend. Somebody really wants to be a girlfriend or is a girlfriend, and that could also mean mates. That is everything. I can see the word C. That is everything. Thank you so much for watching. Please, like I said, like and subscribe. Oh wait, your coin. Sorry. Think of a question. So either yes or no. If there's a bit of a mediocre spin, then get Emma. If there's a mediocre spin, then you take it as a maybe. I'm also getting the word cravings. Zimbabwe? Yeah, I'm gonna leave that with someone. So take a deep breath in. And we want to go Aquarius. That's a good spin. In your own time. Yes. So the answer is yes. And I feel like some of you have asked, will I ever find love? And yes, you will. You'll find a love. You'll find a person where you are that wish fulfilled. I feel like some of you need to really see that. You are somebody's wish fulfilled. So please don't panic. I hope that resonated. Please like and subscribe. Like I said, it will help me make more of these as well, because it gives me like the info in terms of all the analytics, what people like. Let me know as well in terms of like feedback, if you want me to do more of these letters, or if you want me to do just the coin, or pick out more things from my like little bag of tricks. And yeah, please put in the comments any words that you see, all right, like anything else yeah, that you see here, and just help each other out as well. Greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. Goodbye.